Good afternoon, guys and gals. Just want to do a real quick video. It's been a little bit since I've done one. It's been 9 or 10 days. Trying to put out a video at least once a week. This is my weekly video that I probably should have did on Monday. But again, you know, I'm not doing this on a time basis or anything like that. But just kind of want to give you guys an update. Everything's been good. I had a better week this week than I did last week. Stay busy. That's the number one thing, is to stay busy. My operating costs weren't quite as much this week as compared to what they were last week. I think I only spent maybe $1,000 in fuel this week, if that. So that made my profits up a little bit. I did go home for 3 days. That kind of took a little bit of a chunk of the money too, but I had some things that I had to take care of at the house. But again, you know, you got to go home every once in a while. I've been out for almost 4 weeks at that time. Not breaking any banks, not getting rich by any means, but I am still making money. Things are still good, still happy. I mean, honestly, this is probably one of the moves I should have made years ago. I'm glad that I finally did make that move. But I do have future plans. I don't really want to go into a whole lot of details about my future plans. I don't know who watches this video, but you can add your own numbers up. Schneider's a good company. I've got no problems with it. I've actually learned a lot of things with Schneider. I've figured their game plan out. I know how to run the truck to be successful and profitable with them. Again, like I always said with the different companies that I go to, give me about a month, 2 months, and I'll figure out the cheat codes. I think I've actually figured out the cheat codes that Schneider has. Working for Swift for so many years, I figured out their cheat codes. When I say cheat codes, I mean just ways to get around the paperwork, how to manage your fuel, how to manage your loads, your runs, where to go to, where not to go to. I've got a good idea of what to do with Schneider now. But again, you know, like I said, I'm not getting rich by any means. The truck payment is a lot higher than what I'm used to, but it is a brand new truck. It's what I wanted. But I do have some good future plans, and I think it's going to be a great fit. When that time comes, I will definitely go over them. And again, I've got a few comments here that I've wrote down. So I've told you about my plans. The first thing, a little housekeeping: like, comment, subscribe. Please give me comments. I know a lot of you guys have been commenting. I've actually talked to a couple of you guys, you know, about different companies. I had a gentleman call me here about a week and a half ago, asked me about Christensen. By all means, call me and ask me about all the companies I've worked for. I gave him an honest opinion. And honestly, I think he was better off staying where he was at, because what he was doing, he's making money, but he's just unhappy. He was doing a dedicated route, doing the same thing over and over. I just think, and I gave him my honest opinion, I don't think you'll make as much money working for Christensen than what you're doing now. Not that you would go broke or anything, but you know, why try to fix something that's not, you know, broke? And I think he agreed with me after a little bit of talking to him, but he just wanted to get my insight. But that's that. And I've talked to a couple other guys here and there, and I've gotten some pretty decent comments too. And I try to answer all the comments as quickly as I can. A lot of guys, believe it or not, out of all the companies I've worked for, everybody wants to know about Christensen. I say 3 out of 4 people want to know about Christensen more than any of the other companies that I've been to. Please keep all the comments coming. I'll try to get back with all you guys. With anybody that wants to talk to me, or anybody wants to email me, whatever. I'm willing to talk to anybody, even the good, the bad, the ugly. I'll tell you everything about it. So let's go over a few notes. This ain't going to be a real long video today, because I don't really have a whole lot of stuff to comment on. So I was going to do a video of how much money you can make and basically how to do it, kind of give you the roadmap to do it. But somebody beat me to it, and I'm just gonna actually link his video to my video. I watched it. He listed as the 10 steps of, you know, how to operate a truck and how to make money as an owner operator. I don't know exactly what his title was, but something similar to that. I'm just gonna link his video. It's Cash is King Trucking. You know, I've actually, you know, commented on some of his videos. He's put some feelers out there for me, and gave me a couple shout outs, and I think it's time for him to get his shout out. His video was excellent. Cash, if you're watching this, the video was right on par. It's exactly what I wanted to do. You took the words right out of my mouth, and that's actually what I was going to do this week. But again, instead of me telling how it is, I'm going to let him tell you. Please take your time. It's about a 10, 15-minute video. Watch it. It's great. So since he took over that and talked about that, the only other thing that I really want to go over, and it kind of goes with the same thing of how to run a truck, but in a training aspect. As everybody knows, I trained for, off and on for about 2 years when I was with Swift. Enjoyed it while I did. I had some good ones, I had some bad ones. And honestly, you got to take the good with the bad. That's just the way it goes. But I had more good than I had bad. I had 2 people that just couldn't drive. Not going to go into a whole lot of details about them. I had to immediately take them back to the terminal after a couple days. They weren't capable of driving the way that I thought was safe. So when people get on the truck with me and I'm first training, and again, I'm not training anymore, but the 3 rules that I always had, actually, it's kind of like the old movie RoboCop. You had 3 directives, but you had the 4th directive too. I don't know if anybody remembers that movie. But anyway, I got 4 directives, or 3 directives and 1 that's kind of on the side, kind of like the RoboCop movie. So my 3 rules are, number 1, first thing I always tell them is respect your clock. That's the number 1 thing, and that's one of the things that Cash talked about in his video. Your clock is your moneymaker. If you don't have hours on your clock, you're not able to make money. I can't make it any easier than that, and that's what I would tell every student. Valuable. You got to know how to manage your clock. I've been doing this game for almost 20 years now, going on 4 years as a lease operator, owner operator, whatever you want to call it for the Tros. The Tros want to go and have their field day with that. That's fine. I lease the truck. I pay the payments on this truck. Yes, it's a lease truck. But anyway, that's the first rule is, know your time on your clock. Your clock is your moneymaker. Second rule is respect the truck. The truck also is your moneymaker. You start damaging things on the truck or, blow out a tire, which it did happen with one of the trainees. We blew a tire out. We had to go get the tire changed. It wasn't on the truck, thank God. It was on the trailer. But again, he wasn't paying attention. He cut a turn too sharp, hit a curb, popped the tire. Very easy to do, especially if you just kind of catch it at that right point. It's easy to slide that tire right off of the rim. And that's exactly what he did. And honestly, the older the tire is, I think it would probably be a lot easier for that tire to slide off because they get dry rotted. I don't know if anybody's ever seen some of these trailer tires, but some of them aren't in the best of shape. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is respect me because, again, I'm your moneymaker. I'm teaching you how I do it. And when a student gets on the truck with me, I show them how to be successful, not only as a company driver, but also as an owner-operator. That's one of the first questions I ask a student when they get on the truck with me. Do you have any desire to be a lease operator? Do you have any desire to make money that way, or you want to be a company driver? And I try to gear it towards that. If they want to be a lease driver, then I try to train them as a lease driver. I show them the books on how I do things. Basically give them the cheat codes, like I said at the beginning. And I try to be as successful as I can with that to make sure they're successful. And also at the same time, making sure their driving habits are good. Lots of times when you get a student on the truck, they've only driven maybe once or twice on the road. So you got to see how their habits are and what they do, and that's one of the reasons why students come to Swift or whatever company to get training, because they need the driving experience. With Swift, you had to go out 4 weeks. It wasn't an ideal situation to go on the truck for 4 weeks, but they got to get experience somewhere, and that's where they would do, and that's what they would do to get experience. And honestly, directive number 4 is it's real easy. Don't hit anything. If you hit something, then I'm automatically going to take you back. I don't care what it is, what happened, because at that point, it's all about safety. If they hit something with the trailer, or they hit something, and honestly, if they hit something with the tractor, then you're done in my books. If the company wants to do something with you from there, then that's up to them. And honestly, that happened with Swift, and it really surprised me. And I'm not nagging on Swift at all. Swift's a great company, made a lot of money with them, but I was really disappointed that I took a guy back. He had hit a mailbox, ran over a curb, popped the tire, and I took him back and said he's done. And what do you know? 2 days later, he's with another trainer, and he's out driving again. Have not talked to him since, nor do I want to talk to him since. Not that it was a bad experience between me and him. I just, when they go away from me, I don't really want to, you know, they're done with me. I don't really have any desire to really follow up with them. So I don't know if he's still with the company or if he's still driving or what he's doing now, but he just didn't make it. And honestly, that's probably the best for all of us. And the only other thing, I mean, that's the 4 rules. The only other thing that I can really think of is, to all the 4-wheelers that are out there, when I say 4-wheelers, I mean cars that are driving on the road, by God's sakes, don't pull over in front of a truck. I don't know how many times in a day that I'm driving down the road, you know, 65 miles an hour, you know, 44,000 pounds in the truck, and a car will dart over in front of me to get off the exit ramp, or maybe even just to get in front of me. What they don't realize is there's a radar unit in my truck, and if I'm driving 65 miles an hour, it's going to compensate for whatever speed they're going. So if you get in front of me when I'm doing 65 and you're doing 55, well, guess what? It's going to make my truck act real crazy. It's going to set off the alarms. It's going to set the brake, and honestly, it's not fun. It's really irritating as shit is what it is, because you get upset at the drivers because they should know better than to hop over in front of you like that. These trucks they take a long time to stop. Again, that's I feel like every time I get on here, I'm always complaining about something, but every day it's something. I promise next time I'll do a positive video on something. I don't know what, but I'll figure something out. But anyway, everything's been good. I got great plans for the future, not only for the channel, but also for me personally. Once again, me and my wife were homeowners. It's the first time for me and my wife to own a home, which is kind of neat and fabulous in its own. And it's been about 25 years since I've been a homeowner. And I'm kind of excited. So that's just kind of something new in my personal life that has just come up. But and that's the positive thing on this video. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is hanging in there. I think the bad stuff will be over with soon. I'm hoping, as we all do. Trucking really is a good business to get into. I think ultimately, if we can all hang in there and hang on to the other side, I think all of us are going to be okay. It's just a matter of time. Anyway, that's it for my short video. Here I am at almost 13 minutes. But anybody has any questions, again, I'm going to leave the email like I always do. I'm going to leave a link to Cash's video. Check out his channel. Check out Trucker Todd, like I always tell you. I don't know if he's done any videos lately. I don't think he has. And check out Life on 18 Wheels. He does good videos also. Again, any questions, let me know. You guys have a good day and stay safe as always.